Hello everyone, this is my last final report about Beta Academic Program, since this is the final week of my internship. So I'd like to divide the week into two structurally. The first one is about seminar class, and the second one is about study sessions. Starting with seminars, I decided to make the final seminar in a relaxed format. So I discussed with students the format of the class itself, and students shared their opinions and ideas about the class, so what they liked, what they disliked, and proposed some changes in order to make the class more interesting. There were so many controversial opinions about the debates and simulations, while one group of students prefer to have more debates and simulations, as they argue that they like it and it makes the class more interesting, while other students prefer the traditional format of discussions, since they find the debates and simulations hard for them. So, but there is one very interesting idea or proposal from the students, to which all students agreed, is that, as you know, the contemporary history of IR class has two lecture classes and one seminar class. So they wanted to change the structure of it and make one lecture class and two seminar class, as students argue that they want to have more practical way of learning. There are very few things that we can change, so I propose them to write a collective letter for the name of Dean. Probably that doesn't guarantee anything for them, but at least that's the only way with which they can change something. Talking about study sessions, it was close to the format of the extra classes that I organized through the semester. The only difference was that you explain not only one subject, but shift between different years, different subjects and topics. It requires way more basic knowledge in IR, and there were even some cases in which I explained complex topics not knowing anything about those topics, but just once looking at the presentation slides. From study sessions, I discovered that my knowledge can be very flexible and adaptable, explaining the topics that I don't even remember anymore. Overall, that's the end of very interesting journey. It gave me valuable teaching experience. I really enjoyed the teaching process. The evaluation part was slightly more stressful and slightly harder. However, I still like the process. In case if I fail with diplomacy in future, it can potentially be a very good plan B. And maybe at some period of my life, I'll return to teaching. And talking about the job of SMM, I like the parts about talking to camera, interviewing people, and making memes. In contrast, the job of the operator, mobilograph, and editor is completely not my cup of tea. And I have to be honest with it, it brings me more stress than satisfaction. However, the experience gained from those jobs, the skills are indeed valuable and can be useful for me in long-term perspective. That's the end of my report. Thank you for your attention.